Gentlemen, it's time for another Social Sports Bad podcast.
We're back, baby.
It is season 2 of a Social Sports Bad podcast. I am your host, Ricky, and with me, as always, is Ben and the Cobra.
Woo!
All right, with us today is Tyler and Billy, and we are talking football.
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 Ready for football?
I want football.
All right, so
Season 2, baby.
Football already started in the Premier League, assholes.
Let's not talk about soccer, please.
Wrong football, sir. Wrong
Fuck
football.
you, either way.
Either way. That is football, not football.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, we're talking.
So,
We're not talking about white and black ball dotted with hexagons, please. Thank you.
All right, back to
like-
to reality, gentlemen. We're basically going to
mention
talk
that
some breaking news that just came in today. Two big running backs both got signed in the AFC East, with Ezekiel Elliott signing a 1-year deal worth up to $6 million with the New England Patriots.
Feed the Zeke.
And Dalvin Cook is expected to sign a 1-year deal worth up to $8.6 million with the New York Jets. So basically, we'll go around the horn and see what you guys think of both of those signings. We will go with Ben first, then we'll go with Cobra, then Billy, then me. All right.
What about Tyler? What about Tyler?
Did I say? I said. You know,
Yeah.
You said Cobra.
Oh, I said Cobra, then Tyler. Okay,
You
sorry.
said- yeah.
So Ben, Cobra, Tyler, Billy, me.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. I got that all-season rust going on, man.
Hey,
So-
Okay, we're all here.
all right,
Oh,
Ben.
it is what
Basically, what you thinking?
Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to Season 2, Episode 1. So, I feel like Ezekiel Elliott's going to eat the chowder and just take the money and go home, because he's a run down, beat up running back. They might use him as a third down running back, which might benefit him and the Patriots, but his wheels are falling off. I'm surprised it took this long to sign him. There has to be a reason why he wasn't signed by anybody else. They must see something that everybody else doesn't see, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's a good deal for Zeke. He's gonna make bank if he follows through with everything. And Dalvin Cook, we'll see. I mean, are we gonna get Dalvin Cook of old? We're gonna get Dalvin Cook of last year's past. Like, he hasn't been the same Dalvin Cook, we all know. But that's a good deal for him. I mean, he's making more than Zeke. It could be beneficial to him in New York because he won't have the whole entire load like Zeke's going to have either. So I think it'll work out for both players. I think Zeke's going to flourish? Probably not. Dalvin Cook? Probably.
All right. So, Cobra.
I think as far as deals for both running backs, I think it's a good deal. Only for Dalvin Cook. Zeke, I think the wheels have just fallen off. He's fallen after the playoff game against 49ers, where he got absolutely decimated. His value has plummeted. Which I also think that we're both running backs. Unfortunately, I think their yardage compared to last year will regress.
Does it say what his
Let me cook. Dalvin Cook will regress because he's not on a good team, not an elite team. And Ezekiel Elliott is going to be worse than he was in his last year in Dallas, just because, simply put, he doesn't have it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee $6 million, but it doesn't mention what the incentives are.
All right, Tyler.
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 Okay. Well, Tyler, we're waiting on him. Ben?
Well, it's basically proven deals for both of them. I really don't think they're going to be used that much at all. personally, because I feel like the Jets, you're getting Breece Hall back. Heck, for the Patriots, they needed a running back since they let their guys go. With Zeke, I don't know if he's the best running back in the market. You could have gone better with Dalvin Cook, but it's whatever. Like, it's a proven deal for both of them, and if they do well, then they get signed more. But still, it's hit or miss for me.
Okay. Tyler. Tyler, testing 1, 2. Are you here?
I am here. Give me 1 second.
Okay, no problem.
Nope.
All right, I didn't hear anything, so I was like, all right, did we cut you out? Did we lose you? Basically.
Don't get me started on Zeke though. I've been an NFC fan my entire life, and I've never liked Zeke, so my opinion's gonna be quite different on him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean, I know you're a Giants fan, so I'm
a Commanders fan.
Sorry about your luck.
Zeke, I mean, I agree. Zeke's fallen off. I don't think he's gonna get much playing time at all. I don't think he was worth $6 million. I personally think he's that's a little more than he should have gotten, but it's Zeke.
Well,
He's probably not going to get much playing time.
not guaranteed.
Patriots are not much of a running offense.
If you think about it, they're probably going to, like you said, both of you guys said, they're probably not going to play them as much unless they have some kind of breakout season. They're probably not looking to pay them the full amount.
Well, the hope is for Zeke, for Dalvin, is that Aaron Rodgers doesn't get too pass happy like he did.
Are you talking about Zeke with the?
I
Zeke?
corrected myself. I was talking about Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
I said Dalvin Cook.
With Dalvin Cook, the Jets are looking for a flash in the pan type of player. They're looking to try to get a Shady McCoy type of year.
All right. Anyway.
Okay. So, basically, my opinions on both of these. One, comparing everybody to last year. The New England Patriots. What? Okay. Well, but yeah. Basically, it's still going to be Ramondre Stevenson's team. He's going to be the starter no matter what. Zeke is an upgrade over Damian Harris, who left to go to Buffalo. Even though, yes, Zeke Elliott may have fallen off, but Zeke is going to probably be that running back that's going to give you those 1 or 2 yards where you need it the most, and that's going to be on the goal line. He's going to be your third down back. Ty Montgomery is going to possibly run some slot receiver roles, kind of some wheel routes, some blocking routes out of the backfield. That's going to be New England. The Dalvin Cook signing to me, Dalvin Cook, he settled. Pretty much that's my opinion. Because I think Miami only offered him $6 million a year, a 2-year deal. And Dalvin Cook, he was to earn $10 million from Minnesota. Right? Minnesota wanted him to take a pay cut. So, for me, he took that $8.6 million because he wasn't going to get anything else. This was him settling.
Yeah.
There, you guys hear?
So it's agreed with all of that. Dalvin Cook is the better running back of the two.
I'm not even going to say the better running backs, a better deal, or anything like that. Seriously, it's apples to oranges.
Yes.
All right, Dalvin Cook clearly is a better running back than Zeke Elliott.
Yes.
All right, anybody, and it was his production went down last year. He still fucking did last year. In terms of
Dalvin Cook was also hurt half of the year last year, wasn't he?
He was playing somewhat hurt, kind of a little bit, but he still was producing more than Zeke. All right.
Well, it's Zeke and it's Dallas. Dallas, I keep my opinion for a later podcast on Dallas.
I mean, we can say
When we
that
get-
basically, I'm
That's
the
good.
same opinion that you probably have on Zeke. I think Dallas held Zeke back last year. All right, because they knew they weren't going to pay Zeke this year. They were going to release Zeke regardless. They were going to let him walk. So they wanted to see what Tony Pollard could do, and I think that's what took last year.
Tony
so-
Pollock's a good running back, though. I like
Yeah.
Tony Pollock, and I'm not a
I
Dallas
love
fan.
Tony
but
Pollard.
I like.
But still, with these signings, all right, Zeke Elliott settled. Actually, to be fair, Zeke only went to like what, 2 teams?
Yeah.
Like he went
Yeah, Zeke only went
he
to
went
2.
to Jets. He went to New England. I think Cincinnati was also in the running, but I think once they re-signed
Joe
Joe
Mixon.
Mixon, like Zeke was like, yeah, fuck that. But the Dalvin Cook signing, what that says to me, all right, it says to me that either there's a setback with Breece Hall, or the Jets have given up on Michael Carter. All right,
It's Michael Carter.
Dude, brother. Might be
It's
coming in.
Michael Carter.
what?
It's Michael Carter. He's 50. He's either really good or he's always hurt. That's his problem.
Glass cannon.
I mean,
Yeah.
they also have what's his name? Starts with a Z. God, I forget his freaking name. But
Zach
no, they
Wilson?
have, he was the rookie last year that did well down the stretch. I mean, so for me, this season, for the Jets, all the offseason moves that they've made, this is a playoff team.
Also,
This is-
Ricky,
All right,
I say-
and if they do not make the playoffs, it's going to be
Aaron
a fucking
Rodgers.
shame. It's going to be a fucking shame. Like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So,
And down.
yeah, it's going to be a fucking shame
all right,
if the Jets
so
don't
here's,
make the
here's a
playoffs.
comparison.
Okay.
Here's a comparison.
also, I found the guy that Ricky was looking for, Zonovan Knight.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I got a comparison to another familiar New York team who did the same thing in the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So this is basically the New York Mets instead of them being the Jets.
This is not Lowell Mets yet. Not there yet.
No,
So
if they were Lowell Mets, they would be
Yeah.
last place in the division.
Either way,
If they fail,
Either way. Wrap it up.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
let's let Ben finish. We'll go on to the other part.
if they fail, they'd be just like the Mets happened. So hopefully they don't fail.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it seems like right now, the Commanders of old.
Calm yourself. on that
Yeah, I
one.
was like, yeah, I mean, as much as there is a petition right now to bring that one name back, the 90s, early 2000s
Redacted.
they would do this kind of stuff, bring in free agents and
Yeah.
everything, and they never panned out.
With the exception of
The
a few.
The Bills did. The Bills did the same thing too.
That was Tom Donahue. Thank you very much. This terrible, terrible shit. We are not going to talk about that ever at all again. Please, no.
Anywho.
Back when the Bills would just back up the Hurts truck and try and bring somebody in to make things better, and it would just not work out. Yep, pretty much.
I'll be right back, boys. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So, welcome. Basically, hurry back. So, what we're going to do now, before we go into our, too soon predictions of the division playoff and Super Bowl winners, we just want to let everybody know that one of our sponsors is Fanatics.com. You can follow the link on our Spotify homepage and get an exclusive deal through us, which I right now. Use the code DORMS and you will get 25% off with no minimum and 30% off any order over $75. So you can actually get yourself a Dalvin Cook New York Jets jersey or a Zeke Elliott New York No, well, I was about to say New York
New
Patriots.
England.
New England
Patriots.
Patriots.
Also, get yourself a team hat. Get yourself a team hat.
Bunch of team hats.
Like a Buffalo Bills on sale right now is the sideline edition hat.
Or you can get a Commander's hat before they change their name back.
And take command.
All right. So we have that. Now we are going to go ahead and we're going to get everybody's opinion. Basically what we are going to do is we're going to start with the NFC East. And basically I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to have Cobra go first. Then I'm going to have Ben, then Tyler. When Billy gets back, we'll have him catch up, and then I'll go last. All right. So basically, you're going to give me just the division winner.
Okay.
Don't even give me why. Basically, we'll discuss it all together at the end. Okay.
Yep.
So, NFC East, Cobra, go.
Only a brick wall can stop you. It's damn the Eagles.
All right, Ben.
As much as it pains me, it's going to be Eagles.
Tyler.
Tyler.
He's probably
I think he
busy.
stepped away.
Yeah, he probably stepped away. Is he still on the thing? Anything? Yeah, he's still on the thing. Anything? Okay. Me, yeah. Basically, the Eagles are the defending conference champions, and
Eagles for me.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler.
Alrighty, I'm back.
All right, Billy.
That's what I like to do.
NFC East. Who's winning the division?
I say Eagles, but by one game.
Okay. All right. Basically, don't even have to say a why or anything. We'll handle all that at the end. But it looks like consensusly we are going with the Eagles. And that reasoning is, as the good old nature boy Ric Flair said, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man, and conference champion. So beat the man.
And Tyler is communicating in Morse code with his
Not
car.
Morse code.
It's Morse.
Which Morris, Raheem? Now we're gonna go to the NFC North. Cobra.
Lions.
Okay. Ben.
Lions.
Tyler.
This is NFC North.
Yeah, he's probably deciding. Billy, you got yours?
Yeah, it's gonna be the Vikings.
We lost Tyler.
We did lose Tyler. Is he out? Okay, he'll probably jump back in.
All right.
But basically, if he does come back in, we'll get him caught up.
Yes.
Okay. But me, I'm actually gonna take a crazy stance here.
Oh, please don't.
Don't say the Bears.
How much weed are you smoking?
I mean, none. But I'm going to say
Show me on the doll where the Miskaskis touched you.
I am actually going to say the Bears.
Thank you.
Bears.
All right, so I had the Eagles winning the division.
Yeah, but we're in.
But you
NFC
are
North.
back. Now we're in the NFC North. Who do you say?
NFC North. I'm gonna say Chicago.
Ha! Show me on the doll where the McCaskies touched you, Tyler.
Okay.
Peter.
Yeah, y'all thought I was high, but no. I mean, okay. As much as yes, the Lions are the favorite, and the Lions are great. First of all, Jared Goff is Jared Goff.
As I say, it's Jared Goff.
Well,
Okay.
He's not a bad
And
quarterback.
Secondly, tell me a team that improved more in the offseason than the Jets that's not named the Bears.
I don't trust the Bears at all. I don't trust
Okay.
them.
The Bears, in my opinion, all right, they're a young defense. I mean, that's going to be their Achilles heel.
It's still legal for the Bears and the Jets to have a franchise quarterback.
But still, Justin Fields now has weapons. All right, Justin Fields is Lamar Jackson with weapons. All right.
Oh, hands down.
Hands down. All right. Justin Fields last year, all right, fucking joke for the year
One of the best,
before
one of
to
the best drafted
now.
quarterbacks.
to now, he's actually a franchise quarterback. And he got not only the best receiver from Carolina. All right. His receiving core is astronomically better than it was. Because he has DJ Moore and he only had Claypool for like half a year. But still, Claypool in the slot where he would naturally thrive. DJ Moore can go out long, and bless his natural ability to stretch. That field is stretched, and he's going to take off. All right, so yeah, I definitely give it the Bears, especially because the Vikings lost a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Detroit's division to lose.
Yeah.
And as we've learned from history, Detroit will lose.
Sad, but
Just
true.
like I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's the Eagles' division to lose because the only other team I see that could threaten the Eagles right now,
the Giants.
and no, fuck
Giants.
no, the Commanders.
So the Commanders.
Sam Howell.
I
I'm
mean,
telling
if Howell
they had-
is as you prescribe, I mean, if Howell actually is a good quarterback and actually plays like a good quarterback,
You gotta
and
realize
and
we
Bieniemy,
have
they
receiver.
actually respond to Bieniemy, then yeah, fine.
I mean,
Like the
Anyhow,
Commanders to me are a playoff team anyway. But we'll get to that part at the end.
So let's move. Let's move quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, we definitely don't want an hour long. Even though, yes, this is the meat and potatoes.
Yes.
Season 1 is always the meat and potatoes, nice and long one. We can even do this in 2 parts. We
Yes.
just want to get everything done. All right. So we're gonna move on to the NFC West. This one, is probably going to be unanimous, honestly.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with Cobra.
Seattle.
Okay, not so much.
Niners.
Tyler.
Tyler's going.
Tyler is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
Tyler's still
Tyler.
there.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Well, so what we got? NFC West?
Yes.
NFC West, yes, sir.
49ers, hands down.
Billy.
Niners.
Yeah, and Cobra, you're gonna kind of explain this. Why Seattle?
Is Brock Purdy ready? No, he's not. He might still be suffering lingering issues. Trey Lance is garbage, and Sam Darnold even more so.
Well,
They don't have a quarterback.
Well, here's the thing: any quarterback can fit into fucking Kyle Shanahan's system.
I mean,
Apparently, Sam Darnold can't.
I mean, Sam Darnold can't. I was gonna,
Yeah,
and
that's
I could be the quarterback in the 49er system with that much talent around them. I mean,
Yeah.
Seattle.
It's Sam
to me
Darnold,
is
though.
a solid 2.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Seattle is solid 2, but
Sam
especially
Darnold-
with their
I don't.
great.
I don't think Gino.
if Seattle wins the division, y'all do something special for me.
No,
I don't. th-
I will
If
I don't-
Seattle wins,
put you in. A
I don't
draft.
think Gino.
All right.
I don't think Gino can have a good season this year.
if Seattle
I
wins,
disagree.
I'll buy a Gino jersey if they sell us my size.
All right. We'll hold
Ooh,
them to it. We will
Well,
hold
hold
them
it
to it.
that Ben will buy a Geno Smith jersey if the Seattle Seahawks win the division. I mean,
You know what?
so
I want one of you guys to buy a Saquon Barkley jersey if the Giants win the division.
no.
to be on the Giants next
Just-
year.
No.
Just
Yeah, so
move
why
on.
waste money?
Move on.
We're not going to bowl division. We're not going to bowl predictions
Saquon
anyway.
Barkley's gonna be
For next
upgraded.
year.
Yep.
No. So, my problem right now with the Seahawks is I don't trust their defense.
Fair enough.
All right. The 49ers have the far defense and the far superior offense.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
They were an injured quarterback away from being your Super Bowl because they would have beat Kansas City.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All
Oh,
right.
hands down, though, to beat Kansas City.
Yes,
The
but,
Eagles would have too.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Roger Goodell.
We can in a couple. We
Okay.
can cut this in a couple.
All right.
All right. So we don't have to really rush.
All right.
Let's get the information out. We'll actually get to debate because I
Okay.
mean this is season episode, maybe even episode 2.
All right.
All right.
Look, I've not been on.
I mean,
I-
yeah, I know we said we try to cut everything down, but seriously, this is a lot of information, and this is a lot of good shit too.
Yeah.
You know, like
This is going good.
This is a phenomenal episode so far. But we're gonna go to, which is definitely gonna be the easiest, quickest, and laughable division. So basically, Cobra, tell me who wins.
Saints.
Ben.
I don't know how this is an easy division to predict.
Yes, it is.
None of
Yes,
these.
it is.
I didn't say
told
it.
you.
No,
I just told you. I just told you.
None
It's the
of
Saints.
No,
none
I
of
mean-
these teams have a legitimate starting quarterback.
Yeah, they do. The Saints, Derek Carr's a hell of a quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah,
He just got.
I
I mean,
Like
yeah,
Josh
like it's like
McDaniels.
Saints win by default.
Yes. So again, I
Um,
just told you.
I'll go with
The-
Saints reluctantly.
So you
But
go
I-
reluctantly
I'm-
Saints.
I
Tyler.
still don't think everything's there.
Billy.
This is basically like rolling a 4D dice. You have to choose whether you're high or up, but I'm gonna go with a hot take. I think Atlanta might win.
See, I was
You
going to think
know-
that too.
Ooh.
I was thinking that too, but I don't know. I can't trust Ritter.
I mean, like
I
seriously,
can't-
Billy. What? Whoever your drug dealer is, please, seriously, give my number.
It's
Um,
easy as pharmacy, asshole.
We're not going Heineke, are we?
No, not yet.
But no.
Not yet.
So, I think the Falcons are definitely going to go with Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
Which, down the stretch, started to do well. And basically, this team is a very young team. Honestly, if we had done like the talk about everybody that I wanted to do last year up until basically this episode, I definitely would have talked really well about these Falcons, especially after the draft. Getting Bijan Robinson, arguably the best player in the draft. With him being in there, like a lot of people are like, yeah, they're going to get rid of Cordero, they're going to get rid of Alger, or however you say his last name. But I don't see that. Like honestly, I see this Cordero Patterson a more dangerous weapon. All right, because I want you to picture this. You got Bijan Robinson, Cordero Patterson in a 2 running back set. Cordero Patterson does a wheel run, and you fake the handoff to Robinson. Cordero Patterson is fucking
So-
open.
Ben is still going to make
So-
fun of Cordell Patterson for nothing.
So a kind of comparison. So another team is compare. Another team I compare the Commanders. They both have two-headed running backs that can do multiple things. They're both young and hungry. So I mean, I honestly, I think the Falcons and the Saints are the two teams to look out for. But I think it's still to be the Saints, even though I don't trust Derek Carr.
I mean, like, my problem with the Saints is I don't know if I can the Saints.
Especially without Alvin Kamara gone.
I'm not even saying with Alvin Kamara suspended for a couple of games. No, I don't trust Derek Carr. All right,
I trust Derek Carr just fine. I do not. Like, he's a good quarterback. He just needs a team that actually trusts him.
He's a good quarterback, yes, but he
Is
needs
he?
guidance.
Is he a good
He's
quarterback?
wrecked. He's
He is
wrecked.
a
I
good-
mean,
He's solid.
How many?
Solid.
How many games has he given up? Like
Not as many as you think.
he's
Yeah.
given up quite a few
Now,
ones.
to be fair,
I
was-
case in point you the Baker Mayfield game.
Now, to be fair,
Thursday
was that
night.
Derek Carr or was that Josh McDaniels coaching? To be fair,
That was Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
To be fair,
To be fair,
how many coaches has he? To be fair, yes. How many coaches has Derek Carr had? How many
I mean,
chances has Derek Carr had?
fair,
I want to say
to be
five.
fair, He did
To be
play
fair-
really good under Gruden.
Okay.
Yes.
That
He was good under Bisaccia.
gr- and that is a subject that we
is
will
for
talk
another
about
day.
differently later off the cuff.
Mayfield.
But like the Gruden situation, that was just a damn shame for the entire organization. Do
And,
not condone any of that kind of shit. You know, but
Baker Mayfield's training with Gruden. Wasn't he?
I don't know.
Who knows?
But I mean, like seriously, you know, but that game, okay, that game, all right, you got beat by a guy that just got off the plane at noon. All right, I don't give a shit about what your game plan is. I don't care what you got. You got Josh Jacobs, who was the rushing leader last year.
And I predicted that shit too. Remember?
What?
Yeah, we did.
What about Baker winning?
Yeah.
I predicted him coming in the game and winning, and you were like, "Nah,
I
there's
mean,
no way they're gonna have him."
Yeah,
start."
not gonna lie. That I mean, and from a fantasy standpoint, that was one of the 10 worst performances fantasy-wise by a quarterback.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that
Okay,
wasn't
there. I can have-
hindered
To
by.
be fair, none of the Rams quarterbacks were good this year. Good last year in fantasy football.
But still, I just,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just we're still talking to Saints about how I cannot trust Derek Carr. I just can't. I cannot trust the Saints.
Did you forget the NFC?
I mean, he can't be trusted. I haven't trusted him since. I mean, I had the Saints winning, but that's a laughable division, unfortunately. All right, let's move on to the AFC. AFC.
No, that isn't last. That's gonna be last. Why? Because we will spend like probably about 15 minutes on the AFC East. I already fucking know it.
Well, let's just get
Okay.
rid of
Because the base in this league are both divisions in the East and both divisions in the West, or both conferences in the West. The North and the South are just here for the participation trophies. We all can agree on that.
I actually agree.
All right, and I mean, like seriously, had we been able to do it a couple of weeks ago and actually didn't season premiere on that, basically that was the plan. We were going to talk about the North and the South of both the conferences in the first episode. We were going to talk about the East and the West in the second episode, and basically actually have a really good fucking episode. But we couldn't all get together. So I mean, this is what happens. I mean, because we're trying out, we're starting everything, and basically we all got lives other than this, but
Yes.
we're doing this,
Yeah.
just to be fun and basically our love of football.
Yes.
But we are gonna, because I mean, I did put the AFC East as the next thing, but no, I'm gonna save them for last. We're gonna go to the AFC North. Go ahead and tell me who you fucking thinking. It better not be the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. Fuck you.
It's not going to be the Steelers. No. Hot take. This is probably going to be the easiest pick. It's the Bengals. It's the Bengals, and that's what we're going to leave the Yinzer at home for this week because that'll be for later.
Ben?
You ready for my pick?
Yes.
Do not say Steelers going to Super Bowl.
No,
Nah,
I think I know where he's going with this.
No, you think so? Who you think I'm gonna pick?
I'm gonna say you're gonna say Baltimore.
Fuck no, fuck Baltimore.
He's going with the Brown Stains.
I am.
He is going with the Brown Stains.
Can I have whatever
Show me
you're-
on the doll where, show me
Can I
on
have
the
what you're
doll
smoking?
where it touched you.
Can I have what?
No,
Okay,
no.
I want to share what you're smoking.
I'm telling you. Like seriously, can you tell me where Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
I hope you cut that one. I hope you cut that sentence out.
Nope.
Nope.
He touched me on my nose in the square.
Nope.
No square. Yeah, happy ending time. But that, Tyler.
Anyway.
All right.
But no, dark horse Brown.
I'm going with a dark horse, and I'm going with Baltimore.
Okay. All right, Billy.
It's gonna depend on health for this division, but I see the Bengals winning.
I mean, fair. basically I was having this discussion.
You were
My-
seceding
my
from the United States.
My pick is the Bengals. But it is a very question mark.
It's
You know,
mine's debatable
It
between
all
the
depends
Bengals
on
and the
It all
Ravens.
depends on Joe Burrow staying healthy.
I think
That is
it's
true.
gonna-
Yeah.
month. Okay, this if Joe Burrow sits, this first month, which honestly he should. All right. If he doesn't sit and he re-injures himself, then yeah, the Bengals are done. I mean, they can go through. I mean, the season's long enough that Burrow actually sit this first month, especially with the talent that they have on offense. Even though I do not trust Joe Mixon, they should have. The Bengals should like the team to go after Dalvin Cook.
Mhm.
Honestly,
I
again,
agree with that.
I Joe Mixon to me is like Eli Manning quarterback. I could not trust him. I do not trust him, and to see him win, I'm just like, the fuck, every time.
Remember,
So
Eli Manning is a jerk
Hey.
and a half.
he's funny, but
Yes, he is.
but
I love
the guy.
Eli.
As a
I
I
quarterback,
love
it's just like,
Eli.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I agree.
Alright.
Me being a Giants fan, I
It
agree
is-
there.
It is why.
Well,
yeah,
It is
yeah.
why they joke that Daniel Jones channels
They're
vintage
back up.
Eli Manning.
The turf monster, no!
I mean,
Backup
that was
quarterback.
hilarious. But again, so I'm gonna go back to Ben. Ben, defend Browns. Defend your Browns statement.
Oh
Not
no,
statement,
shit!
but statement.
The Browns have too much talent around them for them to be able to be overlooked.
But it's
Their
the
defense-
Browns, though.
Yes, but they have a
the
different
Browns are always a
culture going
two-ply
on.
organization.
Their
Yeah.
culture has changed. They're not the same Browns that they were.
He just
I didn't realize
Puff, puff, pass. Puff, puff, pass, please.
And
I
then
would
Tyler,
try,
once
but
Ben
it's not
says Browns, I want you to go with the Ravens. So
and don't say
anything else, Ben, on the Browns, or just like hey, talent.
I
he's just
feel
gonna say
like
talent
they
because
have.
that's his two-ply answer.
It's not a stupid answer. I mean, I just feel like Deshaun Watson is going to get it together, and I think he might have a actually standout year. He might be in the running for top candidate for MVP if he takes them to the playoffs.
Nope.
I wouldn't go that far.
No,
That the NFL will never allow that to happen.
Oh, of course not.
Of course
him to be
not.
in the MVP. The
Well,
NFL will
That's
never
like
allow that.
That's like the MLB letting Trevor Bauer do the MVP, but that's a different story.
It's like
Um,
the MLB letting Roger Clemens in the Hall.
Anyway,
It's
all right,
Or
Barry
Pete
Bonds,
Rose.
not
all right.
Roger
I'm going to explain why I chose the Ravens.
Okay.
Now, the Ravens, I think it's actually going to be really close because I've actually was flip-flopping between the Bengals and the Ravens because honestly, the clear cut feeling that division is the Ravens and the Bengals hands down.
Yeah.
Tyler,
But
I'll also say I agreed with you on that. I was flip flopping too.
Yep.
Sorry.
Why I say the Ravens because I think Lamar could honestly a lot of people hate and Lamar is dumb. Don't get me wrong, but I think Lamar can have a great one of his MVP seasons again because he has he has weapons. He has Mark Andrews. He has Beckham. He has Marquise Brown.
No, he doesn't have Brown. Brown's
Browns-
of
in
Arizona.
In Arizona.
Browns
Oh,
Arizona. They did
Oh.
draft Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers, yeah.
Okay.
The thing is he still has weapons, and plus he's a really good running quarterback. I think honestly, their only downfall is going to be their defense, but I think they can overcome that, and I think they can top the Bengals this season.
Okay. So I mean, yeah, like flip flopping between. Actually, to be fair, us flip flopping between everybody. There is actually a good argument for every team in this division to actually win
Steelers-
the division.
Avery the Steelers?
Even the Steelers, like the Steelers.
Really, the Steelers?
The Steelers are definitely a very good four. They're a very good
Steelers?
four.
They need a quarterback. They don't have.
Well, I was gonna
I'm
say,
sorry.
Kenny get if he can actually
Hold the ball.
no, if he can actually go ahead and progress as a tier in his second year Like
I think he
had
can.
flashes in season 1. He had flashes of being a very great quarterback.
He's just
George, you have George Pickens, DeAndre Johnson, right? Or basically Deontay Johnson. Honestly, I think he is, of the receiving core, definitely what's holding him back. I definitely see George Pickens being the taking that step and being wide receiver 1 for him. They got Najee Harris. If TJ Watt stays healthy, they could be a very good team. They're a very young team. Baltimore, I'll say they have the weapons around Lamar. They actually have weapons around Lamar. And I mean, because they drafted Zay Flowers. They got what's his name?
Odell Beckham.
No, they do have Odell. I mean, seriously, I was even forgetting Odell. Again, I don't follow Baltimore as much as I should, but yeah. I mean, their problem in recent years is healthiness at running back. Honestly, they were hurt so much a couple years ago. No, Mark Ingram's retired. Mark Ingram is going and covering. Yeah, he's covering college football over on ESPN now. All right, but no, Baltimore Ravens a couple years ago, they pretty much, and they had Devonta Freeman as their running back. I'm pretty sure a couple of injuries we would have probably seen Frank being on the Ravens.
Marshawn Lynch.
True.
And then basically the Bengals are, they are the best all-around team. Cleveland, I definitely see there's talent on their offense, and they have a solid-ish defense. All right.
And
my opinion of the AFC North, though, is basically they're all going to just pop each other in the mouth.
That is true. Yeah.
They should make whenever the AFC North play each other, they're not allowed to pass, and they should just punch each other in the mouth. Give me old school football,
hockey style.
The AFC North is the longest yard.
Yeah, and Ricky, about Mark Ingram, he's not covering college football for ESPN. He's covering college football for Fox Sports.
F.
Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, he'll probably be a better analyst than Colin Cowherd. But hey.
All right. So,
just saying, we're gonna go to the AFC West, which I think this is going to be easy. Cobra,
Chefs,
Ben,
Jaguars.
No, this is
the West.
Not South. West.
Oh,
South.
the West.
West Side.
My bad. It's
Blood. It's not Crips.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I have no.
Tyler?
Chiefs. He's gone.
Tyler dropped out again.
Okay, he's gone again. But he'll probably say Chiefs. Billy?
Chiefs.
And I'm going to say Chiefs. And why is that?
All hail Lord Mahomes.
Nope.
It's dog shit? Without other than the Chiefs?
One, the only team that probably would give
What
it
the hell?
a challenge is going to be welcome back.
Welcome
I kind
back.
of penciled you in for the Chiefs for the AFC West.
Oh. Go with the. I was going to.
Really?
Fuck you, Spanos.
Uh huh.
Well, I mean,
Honestly?
I was going to say, basically before Tyler came back, I was going to say the only team that would probably team would be the Chargers.
It's the Chargers.
But the only reason why you don't take the Chargers is you don't.
And now, no Chargers. No.
No
I think
Chargers,
that-
no.
And basically, like the fucking. Sorry, Tyler. Basically, the Chiefs are basically like a fucking Dark Souls boss at this point.
Pretty much.
The Patriots, pretty much.
But yeah, I
Patriots
like
of the West.
At least they're
I like
likable.
Mahomes.
Why
So.
do you think I did the all hail Lord Mahomes?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
respect
yeah,
Mahomes.
like literally, it's
I respect
it's,
Mahomes, but I respect Mahomes, but I think Herbert. I think the
Chargers are the Chargers, though.
The Chargers are the Chargers. You can
Yeah,
you can move
that's-
them to Los Angeles, but you can't take the San Diego.
That and they blew a fucking how much?
I was gonna
How much
say
did they lose by?
interceptions and lose the.
To Jacksonville.
Yeah, what is this Monday Night Football and Tony Romo against the Bills? What?
Okay, that's very fucking niche.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I remember that game.
Yeah.
Tony Romo threw like 5 interceptions in that game and came back at the end.
Football. Constant fantasy football. Anyhow, so next.
Southside boys.
I hate
Now Ben can say. But Cobra.
Cobra is going to be on the highest of highs right now. Thank you for your cocaine, the Colts.
for me, for the
On
South,
that note, Cobra Cobra had to go back to his home planet.
You're
Yeah.
just Poochie.
Poochie, the rockin' dog. Thank you very much. That's what you got right there for your fucking Colts.
Hey, at least I didn't say Texans. That would have
that is true, yeah.
I'd be digging my.
If you had said Texans, I would have got your ass committed.
I'm
If I had
going
said
to go.
Texans, I would have torn my other.
Billy, don't even fucking test me.
I'm
I
not
know
even
who I-
gonna say it.
I'm going
Tyler's
to for,
Texans. Tyler's gonna say Texans
Nope.
despite you.
Okay,
Nope.
Ben, you go.
Go, Ben.
So I'm going to choose the Jaguars. They're the only team that's good, and the other teams.
Okay.
Billy,
Okay.
they're talking shit.
I mean,
Now it's
Tyler?
my turn. I'm going Titans. Hello.
Yes.
Billy,
I have a team in this division, and I
Go,
can't
Billy.
go with them because they're fucking shit. So Jaguars.
sorry,
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with
I
the
don't-
Oilers.
you're going Houston.
I'm sorry, the who?
No, I'm going with the Titans.
Oh, thank God.
I'm going Titans. Titans.
I'm going to Tennessee Oilers.
Nope.
I agree there.
Corner punches.
Yep.
All right.
So I'm gonna go with 8 on that. Cobra, what the fuck are you smoking?
Jim Irsay's cocaine.
You don't smoke cocaine. That's fucking crack.
Shit, the same shit.
Yeah, it is the same shit, but say no to crack.
Yeah, we do
Crack
not.
is whack, bro.
We do not.
Come
We do
on,
not.
man.
Crack is whack,
No,
bro.
Give me your reason for the Colts, and I'll tell you why you're stupid.
Do you want to be that mean?
That defense is going to carry them. And
Can you guys hear me?
The division,
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Crap.
do it.
The division's too much like dog shit. Going to sneak into it.
I doubt it. No,
No.
basically
The
you know,
Colts
the
were.
Col-
Think about it. The Colts were actually solid last year. They just needed a quarterback.
They still don't have a
And
quarterback.
do you really think that Anthony Richardson is going to be that answer this year?
No,
No.
it's going to be
God no.
mania. Uncle Rico's going to take that team to the promised land.
Okay,
No.
man. Again, sir, I'm gonna.
I still
Cocaine,
don't think
no,
he's
sir.
Did anybody hear me say I said
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you
So-
said.
And I agreed with you.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll go with Ben on why the Jags.
I mean, it's obvious to Ricky and Tyler that you both like mayonnaise. in
They're
your coffee.
all around.
So
all around, the Jaguars are the better team. I mean, they have the talent. They showed last year. I've told you guys multiple times, and I've even made predictions. I mean, the Jaguars are real. They are the real deal. Trevor Lawrence, I told you guys last year multiple times he was going to go off. What happened? Boom. I told you he was going to go off. The guy is real. He finally has The what? The
But
He has an upgraded weapon. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I mean, you can put your money on play.
he's not
Yeah,
not
you
lost
can
in
use
the
that
sauce
for
anymore.
FanDuel.
Like he's not lost in the sauce like his rookie year because of the coach. So I mean, he has more leadership.
To be fair, he has a coach that actually doesn't think his kicker is for kicking instead of kicking a ball.
and
Exactly.
and knows that the not on a is daily grind is supposed to be for the job at hand, not on the chick at 8 in the afternoon.
I'm just saying. but no. So my again I flip flop between like I was thinking Jags or Titans. My reason for the Titans is actually the DeAndre Hopkins signing. I see it for feeding DeAndre Hopkins.
As a distraction.
I think it's going to be a Trey Burks big season. Allowing him to actually be like an AJ Brown. DeAndre Hopkins right now at this stage of his career definitely is into that third down kind of, hey, let me get that first down. Something that they didn't get last year out of Woods or Austin Hooper or basically anybody. Plus you also have Derrick Henry.
That is true, yeah.
I don't care who you are. Derrick Henry is King Henry for a fucking reason. And Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is just a winning coach. And that's going to be a nice sound defense. The Jags, the Jags, especially when they play on Thursday night.
That is true, yeah.
Pretty much. Derrick Henry can. If you want to break, if you want anybody to break Eric Dickerson's record, you basically play Tennessee versus the Jags and that's it. That is everything. Derrick Henry will run for 3,000 yards that way. So finally, we will go to the beasts that are the AFC East. So, Cobra, what is your AFC East prediction?
Ricky? Tables. Buffalo.
All right. Ben.
Don't hate me. Jets.
Ooh. May you be on TWA Flight 800, Ben.
Bro.
Jesus fucking Christ! At least say Malaysia Airlines.
You know what? I am not even gonna pooch you to rock and dog on this one. I'm just gonna. You want us to get canceled? One week into season 2, we're getting canceled. Like,
Okay, so
I have to bring that joke back. Sorry.
I have to, being Yorker, I actually kind of have thought for the Bills.
9/11.
Yo!
Oh.
Yo!
Jesus Christ!
And you say I'm bad! Now we're getting canceled! Now we're getting canceled!
Anyway.
Respect 9/11, brother!
I'm just saying. That's why the
Anyway,
Bills are winning.
I'm going Bills.
See, there's a time to make a Norm Macdonald joke. Now is not the time.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Anyway.
saying.
Can we continue?
Billy, who are you picking?
I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be very close, but I think Miami pulls it off.
See,
Hey,
I can
can I-
respect that a little bit better than the Jets.
I mean, yes. I mean,
I'm going with Buffalo, being a huge.
Yeah,
You realize I live with Bills fans. Do you really think I wouldn't say the Bills?
I mean, I live with Bills fans too, and I am a Bills fan.
So am I.
But this was a hard division to pick out.
This is
Yeah,
three of
the
four,
Jets-
three of
the
the
Jets
four
have-
teams have potential to win the division.
Yeah,
Three
The
of
Jets
four
will choke.
and the rest
It's the
is
Jets.
New England.
And the rest is New England. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And as a Bills fan, it feels so fucking good to see.
New England sucks without Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair, they haven't done.
They haven't done anything.
They haven't done anything since Tom Brady.
I mean,
Yeah,
got
they
crushed
haven't
it.
built a team around anybody either.
It's
You know,
because they
like,
don't.
New
Because they don't know
England-
what to do.
New England right now. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's also Bill Belichick
There's-
is only defense.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's clear as day last year. All right.
When your offensive coordinator last year was Matt Patricia, and your current offensive coordinator is Bill
That
O'Brien.
defense was a world beater.
Yes.
All right.
The only
That
problem was
offense, not so much.
When I was making Futurama jokes about their quarterback, you got a problem.
So I'm going to. I'm not gonna lie. Ben Zappi, I loved him. I definitely think that game, that offense was so much better with Zappi quarterback than Mac Jones.
Yes.
But no, I'm going with Miami to win the division. But the real asterisk about it, because I mean, you can make cases for all three of the teams that aren't named New England. Buffalo, they've won it 3 years straight. The detractable for them, one, they haven't answered that question at running back. And two, they haven't really answered the question to improve. Gabe Davis regressed last year. He,
That's the question. Will he step up this year?
I mean, my problem with the Bills last year was they were way too simple. All right.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
No,
Yes,
I'm
they were.
absolutely
You're right. That's what
They're
I'm saying.
they were way too fucking predictable.
Way too
All
fucking
right,
predictable.
I agree.
That's why,
Fucking
and
blitz.
that's no. I'm talking about defensively. I'm talking offensively.
Yes.
All right.
I think there's
Brian
probably-
Dable, why the Giants were able to get into the playoffs while they were actually better as well, with their offense
It's
was
unpredictability.
because there was that razzle dazzle. Okay, there's in every team strategy, there needs to be a little bit of
Flash.
hey, there's a flea flicker or a jet sweep
RPO.
well, I mean they ran RPOs.
yeah.
Okay, Josh Allen right now is the king of RPOs. That
Right.
isn't named Lamar Jackson.
You know what I mean.
But
You know what I
no,
mean. Something.
but but
just like how
okay,
the Wildcat
so
was. Yeah.
no, but let me talk.
Go.
Okay, so the Bills with their offense, all right, they about Isaiah McKenzie didn't do anything. He's now with the Giants.
No, he's not
Gabe-
the Colts.
Oh, he
Isaiah
went
McKenzie's a Colt.
okay, I thought he went with the Giants, but anyway,
But Colt Beasley's a giant. That's
okay. Well, anyway, so Isaiah McKenzie was definitely a Deebo Samuel type player, and they didn't utilize him that way. Did not run any jet sweeps. They didn't run any reverses. They did not run any sort of any.
they did run a reverse. He dropped the ball. This was against the Chiefs. I saw it
That's
live.
not a reverse. That was a screen that he fumbled.
That was no. It was a reverse. It was a reverse.
Either way, the offense was way too predictable, and Josh Allen turned the ball over so many times. I think it was like almost a Jameis Winston kind of level of turnover that he had.
If it was Jameis Winston, he would go 30 for 30.
I mean, fair. That's what he does. But again, Josh Allen, he turned over the ball way too much. And why? Because it was way too predictable. All right. The problem with the Bills right now is Josh Allen. Okay. Josh Allen.
Is a crutch.
No. Josh Allen is a very passionate quarterback. All right. Josh Allen is a great quarterback. He is not elite right now mentally. Okay.
I think I said openly. I know Jim Kelly is in his fucking ear. I wanted Jim after the playoff loss against the Bengals that you destroyed TV over. All right. I wanted Jim Kelly to get onto the phone, Josh Allen, right then and there, and burn through so many fucking dentures
No.
to chew him out.
No.
Okay.
That's not the problem. All right. The problem that Buffalo had was DeMar Hamlin got hurt. And I'm not saying because we totally got burned out. It was a rough season. No.
To hurt
Because-
mentally.
No. because Buffalo is a team that needs to get punched in the mouth. Buffalo has always been a team that needs to be embarrassed. And then they come back and they punch you in the face. Josh Allen needed to be embarrassed.
Well, for me, that was kind of like a wake-up call for the Bills at this point.
Well, but Buffalo didn't have that last year. Before, we had the New England game where New England beat us with only 3 passes.
At home.
Yeah. They also had the turning point was not the Broncos, but the Buccaneers game where, absolute trash fest. And then it went, almost a comeback. So, Buffalo needed Cincinnati to whoop their ass because before Hamlin went down and went to the hospital and they canceled the game, Cincinnati was going to whoop that ass.
Yep.
They were gonna beat them like ice in an elevator.
God, Jesus Christ! This is why you two are fucking brothers to each other.
Anyway, but no. But anyway.
No.
Yes, you do. Yes,
So-
you do. That's why you're
so-
always 1 yard short.
But no. So, God damn it. But anyway,
It's a we made it this far.
pretty much. Yeah, season 2. We're canceled already. But no. So I go with Miami. The only with Miami is
Tua.
can Tua stay healthy?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's basically if Tua stays healthy the entire season, then Miami wins hands down. All right, because Mike McDaniel is a phenomenal coach. They have an offense that basically be stopped. They're almost like Cincinnati, cannot be stopped. And a defense that is very solid and has Josh Allen's number. All right, the Jets have a solid defense. And they have a better quarterback than they did last year. And now a running back than they did last year. Safe to say that at least 2 of these teams are going to be in the playoffs. Which, speaking of the wild card teams, Cobra, give me 3 teams.
All right, wild card teams.
For NFC first.
All right, obviously. Wild card teams got the Giants. I have the 49ers.
Okay. Because, yeah, you had the Seahawks.
Yeah. And my third team is the Bears.
And y'all like, you smoking something. That's my Bears pick.
Well, the Bears are going to sneak in because the Vikings will be absolute dog shit. So anyway, and the commies won't make anything. That'll be a bold prediction.
Ben?
Wild card.
Let's
And
NFC.
wild card, NFC.
wild card. Commanders.
Okay, you have 2 more.
Sorry, I was trying to make a logo. I was trying to see if we could maybe update our logo.
Okay, that
Sweetness.
works.
Works.
All right, so I'm going Commanders. Let's go with the Falcons and Seahawks.
Okay. And since
Tyler's
Tyler's out right now.
Hey,
Hey, you probably hear
All
me better.
right. Thanks.
Tyler,
Yeah,
Hey,
wild card
That's-
picks.
wild
NFC.
card picks.
wild
NFC.
card picks for which one? AFC or NFC?
NFC.
New York Giants and Seattle Seahawks.
One more.
You gotta get
You got
one more.
Remember, it's a
It's
7
three.
team.
Oh yeah, that's right. New York Giants, Seattle Seahawks. Let's see. We're gonna go with Vikings and Lions, and the other one.
You already
Put
the
John-
Lions are already your perfect selection. So the Vikings. Okay.
Yeah, you put,
Billy.
you put Giants and Seahawks, so Vikings.
Giants, Lions, and Seahawks.
Yep.
All right. So, I'm going to go Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
No.
Head up, hold up, let him cook. Let him cook. He's got one more
He's gonna
pick.
cook like Russell Wilson.
Rutgers country, let's die.
Puff, pass.
And I will go with the Commanders.
We're a fanboy much? Fanboy much?
I'm a Bills fan. So
No. Oh, never mind. I was gonna get Ben shit.
Yeah, Ben's a commie.
yep.
Ben's a commie.
I mean, yeah, Ben went to Commanders, but I mean,
Technically,
since y'all want to bash me on this Cowboy shit, I mean, as much Cowboys are going to 87 seed. Because again, like I said,
to me, it's going to go down between those two, Bears and.
Oh,
So-
come on.
Oh,
come on, Billy.
Sorry.
Ben,
God damn it, Billy. There's a mute button on the mic.
there is a mute button on the mic, and don't forget to wash your goddamn hands.
Yeah, please.
I
watch it,
already
goddamn.
did.
All right.
Actually, to be fair, I think he was just talking about the basically we're going back to the Browns pick. That's Billy's thought on the
Yeah.
Browns.
Well,
there.
that and a bad
again,
case
that-
of
and
you
then-
know
and
what.
as I-
Or actually, no. He's probably like, yeah, that's Ricky talking.
No, I had to flush
I
my
mean,
toilet
both-
because of that pick.
Both are two-ply conversations.
But no, but again, the Cowboys right now, they improved defensively.
But this is
All right.
this,
I mean, as much as yes, their offense is right now their weak side.
I don't trust Dak.
The Lions, I don't trust Goff to be how he was last year.
Yeah.
I see him being
Beating
kind
Goff.
of regressing, beating Goff. Yeah, pretty much. So that's why I was like Lions down. The Vikings, Kirk Cousins got fucking lucky last year.
Exactly. And now
All
it's
right.
got no Thielen, no Dalvin Cook. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is done.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like luck can only take you so far. Right, Indianapolis?
Coke spoon.
No. I was like, that was an Andrew Luck joke.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, the Seahawks is an easy one. They are NFC West B, and the Commanders. I went with the Commanders over the Giants because again, for Daniel Jones to take another step, I don't know. I don't think he's going to be good. I think this.
he will channel his mentor.
I honestly,
he will channel his mentor, right? Vintage Eli Manning.
no. Just the Giants last year were a surprise.
Yes. I agree.
The Giants aren't a surprise now.
No.
All right. Saquon Barkley last year, talking about because Tyler definitely, I wish Tyler was still here for this. He'd probably agree with me. But, the Giants, Barkley's done.
Can my internet not die? I'm home now.
but
See,
luckily you're back, Tyler, because
Yes.
basically I'm
talking Saquon. He's talking
talking
Saquon.
shit on the Giants. So basically you probably agree with me on some of this. Last year we were all pretty much in agreement that Saquon was done.
Saquon's done.
Pleasant, wonderful, pleasant surprise. All right,
I like
No.
Saquon, but he needs to go. I'm sorry. I love him, but he needs to go.
but again, that's not the point there. Saquon wasn't being very productive. They were even about to throw that bus label on him. All right. They haven't really done anything to address giving Eli Manning a weapon. I mean,
Daniel Jones, you mean?
oh, yeah. Same
He
difference.
channeled it. Yeah.
But,
Hey, they're pretty much
But,
the same quarterback.
just, the younger version. But,
No,
it's like, what?
Daniel Jones can run. Eli couldn't.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. But still, it's
Until,
vintage Eli
like,
Manning.
the bump in the turf gets him. Right?
Yeah.
But okay,
gotta watch out for that
so we
banana.
got that. But yeah, like Cowboys definitely have a more solid defense, than anything else. The Commanders right now looks like you're getting another like Chase Young injury, saga. So
It's Chase Young, though. I'm sorry, but it's Chase Young.
all right, so I'm like, okay, so basically everybody was pretty much in agreement. You're making the playoffs in the Niners. I mean, you guys all said Giants. I think the only one is Tyler. Defend the Vikings.
I said the Vikings, because honestly, they're even without Dalvin Cook, the Vikings were. I mean, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. They have a great offense. Even without Dalvin Cook, I still think they can do it.
Even without Adam Thielen?
I mean, yeah,
I think
like,
so. I think so.
They got
like I saw KJ Wright, progressed last year, but
But they also have Justin Jefferson. Just remember that.
Yeah, I was about to say they got Randy Moss 2.0.
either way, the Vikings were the football last year. Lucky.
I agree. I 1,000% agree with that.
So there, it was like what? I think like the stat line was like 13 of their games were like 1-score games, and they won all but one of them.
They also had like a negative point differential too.
Yeah, so
Lucky.
luck can only take you so far. I already made the Andrew Luck joke with
And
but
then the Colts ruined his career.
in a lot of careers. I'm just saying, Joe Shorty. But anyway, so let's go to the AFC. What do you see? Wild card. Cobra first.
Baltimore,
Okay.
Miami,
Okay.
and here's my hot take. And gotta be the
I'm
Steelers.
gonna fucking like seriously, Poochie. Cobra has gone back.
What the hell did I just come back to?
Cobra trying to enact being a Yinzer.
All right.
Down the power.
All right. Let's go to AFC. Let's go to AFC wild card because this one's going to be an interesting one.
Yep. Cobra said Ravens, Dolphins, and Steelers. Ben.
Yes, sir. So let's see. I'm gonna go with Bills.
Really, it's a wild card.
Well, he did.
Well,
he did select the Jets.
He did put the
Jets winning the division.
Oh,
So he
okay.
has to go Bills.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bills. Chargers
No, Chargers.
and Dolphins.
Oh, let's see. Let's see mine. All right.
Okay. What you got?
Go Ty.
I definitely got okay. So Bills. I have Bills winning the division, so they get the first round bye. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
say
got the first round
Chargers.
bye?
Yeah, I'd say the Bills get the first round bye.
Well, you put the Chargers winning to West.
This is
so-
wild card. You already had Chargers winning the West.
Oh no, you're right.
So that would
So-
be Chiefs in that position.
So Chiefs. Chiefs, Jaguars, and I think the last one we're gonna do Miami.
Okay. Fair. Billy.
Bills, Chargers, and Titans.
Ooh, that's a good one. I respect that one.
Well, to be fair to
So-
Billy, he is putting his team colors on as far as wild card spot.
I agree there. That's actually I like that.
Can we? After this, can we talk about the AP Top 25 preseason poll?
I thought we
No.
were talking about now we got how much
Oh.
we have that much more.
We're running out
We have gone over like an hour and 20 minutes right now.
Okay.
So far.
Has it really been an hour and 20 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, I mean just about.
So we're
But-
gonna go through very quick.
So, my wild card: the Jets, the Chargers, and the Ravens.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one too.
And I know
So you know what that means in mine, right?
Yeah.
The Bills are not making the playoffs.
I think
In mine.
I think Ricky might be onto something. The Bills may win the division, but I don't think they'll make the playoffs because it's going to be
Ricky-
just
I actually have the Bills out.
of the playoffs.
I don't have
Just
them in
there.
the playoffs at all.
really.
That is my bold prediction. Again, I
I
say
think it's going to be close.
the AFC East is just going to be just smacking people in the mouth.
And same with the NFC East. If NFC East is going to be just as competitive.
So screen that call. All right. do this. I'm going to explain why I do not think the Jets will make the playoffs.
I think they'll
Aaron
choke.
Rodgers?
I agree.
No, not just Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. I think, despite all that superstar talent that they have accrued,
It's the Jets. They'll choke.
you cannot count on the Jets.
No.
I mean,
I agree there.
You cannot count on the Jets. And to be fair, that team may be loaded, and they might win. They might have a 6-2 record 8 weeks of the season. But by the time everyone
They're going 10-7. They're going 10-7.
They're not going 10-7. They're gonna go 7. They're gonna go 7-10.
Dude, that's all semantics.
Actually,
But again,
realistic at
I
this
mean,
point.
like for me, the Bills just haven't.
The Bills have a lot to prove. And I
What do you mean they got a lot of proof? No, basically, right now the Bills, yay level. All right, the Jets and Miami caught up.
That's it.
All right,
The-
Miami with
Tua
12
can stay healthy, though.
Buffalo.
Yes, I
But
agree.
Tua-
That's why I'm saying they have a lot to prove. They got to prove that they can hold the division. They got to prove they can stay within their division. They got to prove they can. They got to prove they can beat the Chiefs. They got to prove they can get to the Super Bowl. They got to prove they got to win the Super Bowl. That's what they've got to prove, Ricky.
All right, now let's
And they're not
let's
going to
run from.
do a damn thing this year.
Fair enough.
They're not. All right, even though Sean McDermott's the best coach that they've had in fucking years.
Yes.
All right. Right now they're like, oh yeah, rumblings. Yeah, they're wanting to fire Sean McDermott. All right, Leslie Frazier should have gone, or Leslie Frazier's gone. Josh Allen's on the cover of Madden. All right, which I mean, to be fair, there's no cover athlete anymore. So don't really worry about the Madden curse. Thank you, digital age of video games. But again,
Which officially releases at midnight if you have the special edition one.
Today?
First off, I wouldn't play Madden if you fucking paid me anymore. EA is all worried about their microtransactions and not about gameplay. Because they love their gambling mechanics. That is actually gambling. Don't let them lie to you. Fuck EA.
I'm heartbroken. I was saying before I got disconnected, I was heartbroken because I like Scott Schaefer. I'm sorry.
So,
I'm a huge Syracuse. I'm a Syracuse fan, so that's why I kind of said that.
okay. Anyway,
let's see.
so
I really don't want you to defend the Steelers because I know you did that as a fucking joke.
that is
I really think
that's why instead of going, I audible to the why I don't think the Jets will. That's
Okay.
why I did that.
All right, so yeah,
For the sake
other
of sanity.
than other than the Jets are going to choke. I mean,
because if you don't have a date with a woman, you can always find the Jets, because if a woman doesn't always fuck you, the Jets will always fuck you.
almost as much as the Commanders.
Yep.
In which, hot take, this is why I say at the end of the season on Black Monday, Riverboat Ron is gone.
I think Ron Rivera is firing this season.
That's why I say he's gone.
Okay.
That's why I say he's gone.
So Tyler made a good point. In his Tyler was like, the Bills are taking the seed. So we'll go back through everybody. And basically give me your AFC and NFC number ones.
All right.
So give me your number one AFC and NFC.
NFC number 1, Eagles. AFC, it's the Bills. As much hope as you don't give Buffalo right now, I have hope.
Hey, I am, the Bills, Jets, they fucked me so many times. I can tell you guys this, wonderful story about how many times I've watched the Bills game and be like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the casino because I'm going to lose and I'm going to win some money. And what happened? The Bills will lose and I'll win some money. All right. So, Ben, who are your ones?
The Commanders.
No.
and the Jets.
No.
I mean, I'm
Commanders and the
sorry. The
Jets?
Eagles. I'm sorry, the Eagles and the Jets. My bad.
Oh, I was about,
About
to say.
you don't have the Eagle.
Alright.
You don't have the
Do I do it?
as your NFC East.
All right,
Eagles and
Tyler,
the Jets.
who is
Ooh.
your NFC one? Because you had Bills for the AFC one.
I want to do this as a meme, but I don't know if I want to.
Ooh, what do you want?
I was
Meme it.
thinking the Giants. I think the Giants. Oh wait, never mind.
Wait,
The
there
Eagles.
you
Yeah,
are.
so like you you have the
Wild
Eagles
card.
already, wild card. So
Are you going to say the Bears?
No, I'm not gonna say the
so
Bears.
you're gonna say Eagles?
Yeah, Eagles. I
All right,
want it.
Billy,
I
who
was.
are your ones?
Who's your one?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Chiefs and Eagles.
Chiefs and Eagles.
Yeah.
So repeated last year, basically.
Second verse, same as the first. Now,
Yep,
now
right.
put them on the plane so I can put them in hearse.
I mean, I think I'm consensus.
The fact that we
Uh,
all universally agree on the Eagles, though.
yeah, I mean,
that
it's
just, it just goes to show you
yeah,
how
the
stacked
Eagles. The Eagles are just stacked. Like they
they are.
are.
All right.
Oh,
We're not going to go super.
So- I'm not even gonna like seeding or anything like
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna go-
Basically, we'll just go Super Bowl pick. Who is your Super Bowl pick? Give me your two
Chiefs.
teams, and who's the winner? Cobra.
Bills, Eagles, Bills.
Can I have what you're smoking, please?
Ben.
I do
Alright,
have a little
so-
bit of Jim Irsay's cocaine left. Up. Ben?
All right, so I picked the Lions and the Browns.
Oh, God, he memed the Super Bowl.
My God.
If that's the Super Bowl, I will laugh.
That's
That's
the
my
Super-
choice.
if- Then
Ben,
probably
lottery
stadium
numbers.
will fucking explode.
Yeah. Ben,
Ben's lottery numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Powerball
Well,
6.
Well, speaking of that, this year's
Who
Super
win- who
Bowl is
wins?
going to be.
No, I want to know who wins.
who wins that one? Ben?
Brown.
Browns.
Okay. Tyler.
The Sean Cosby groping the Lombardi trophy.
So I think it's going to be.
Fine.
I personally think it's going to be a rematch of last year. Chiefs Eagles.
Chiefs, Eagles.
Will it be different first, same as the first?
I think the Eagles will go over their mistakes from last year, and I think they can capitalize and win this year.
Okay, Billy.
Bengals, 49ers.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Now,
Bengals, Niners 3, actually.
now, will the third time the charm on the Bengals, or
No,
I think the
no,
Niners.
just like every other Super Bowl, they're going to lose by 2 points.
okay?
Although one of
So
those Super
for
Bowls they got
me-
dominated.
I'm going with Niners over the Dolphins.
Ooh, interesting.
That's another Super Bowl right there.
Yep.
Wait,
and I'm
wait,
like,
did you-
before we get into our bolts, because obviously at this point, Ben, we're gonna split this. So I definitely think we, should go, divisions. Then we talk like wild card Super Bowl, and actually, we'll probably cut it like here, or however you want to cut it. Kind of, the bottom 5. Basically, who are your mids? And by mids, I'm talking mid. Who are your bottom 5 teams in the league? Your top 5 this year.
All right, so my top 5 draft. I
Which
have
basically give me time between this because I'm actually going to write these down. So Cobra, who you got? Who are your 5? Who is your toilet teams of the season?
toilet team of the season.
Or as they will put it, who are your tankmen?
Ah, yes, the Tankman.
Who
Field
are your-
goal.
yes.
Field goal.
Tankmen. Who are your tankmen?
So number 1, it is going to be first round is going to be the Texans.
Okay.
Number 2, the Panthers.
Ooh,
Number 3, the Gentlemen Broncos. Number 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
And number 5, the Green Bay Packers.
Fair. Nice assessment. You know, it's kind of funny how like literally 2 of them are from the same as last year though. Ben, who you got? Who are your takemen?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna go
Name
with.
for the Commanders, by the way.
Nah, they're gonna go back
gonna
to
go
their
back to
racist
their-
name. Yep.
Yep.
Got no original name in their body.
Yep. Fair.
Jeez.
As long as they
Take
logo
you can
respectable.
remove Dan Snyder out of Snyder Grad, but you cannot take the failure.
You
That
know,
is-
Commanders
Have 2
fans-
Super Bowls
Commanders fans
without
are a
Snyder,
year.
but yeah, heck.
That was with Jet Kent Cook. You know, they
Anyway, yeah, I mean, fair.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
And
Ben, let's give Ben the 5. You know,
Yes.
who are his tankmen?
who are your tankmen?
Good Lord, man. So I'm gonna go with Texans. Gonna be number 1 overall.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. We're gonna go. Raiders are number 2. And then we're gonna go Broncos number 3. And number 4, we're gonna go Packers. And number 5, give me the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, Cardinals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're-
Nice one there.
I mean, to be fair, you're giving the Panthers a little bit too much love there, Ben.
Anyway, Tyler, who you got?
Ooh.
Before you get disconnected again.
Yeah.
So my first overall for the draft, I am going to do the Carolina
You're gonna
Carolina Carolina Panthers for number 1. Fuck.
Oklahoma.
LA.
You were trying to
Elvis.
say Oakland.
Yep. Raiders.
It was Vegas.
Okay.
Raiders.
Okay.
Cardinals.
Mhm.
That's 3, right?
Yep.
Yes. 2 more.
4 Texans. And the 5th one, we're gonna go with Commanders.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Billy,
It's,
give me your tankman, sir.
I think Arizona is going to have a horrible season.
so Arizona
yeah.
number 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Second is going to be Houston.
Yeah.
Third is going to be the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Poor Tom Gross.
Fourth is going to be the Vegas Raiders. And fifth, I say the Buccaneers.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a little bit of consensus here.
And we're in agreement that the Texans are going to be absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Although Ben gave the Panthers a little bit too much love.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm
The
sorry,
reason-
Ben, but I don't. I'm sorry, Ben, but I don't think the Commanders are gonna have a good season.
So the Panthers might definitely win out of the top 5. Okay, and it's not saying that
I agree with
I
agree with that.
I mean, because of how dog shit that division is.
Yeah.
Like
That's why I have the
almost to the point, that
Yeah.
somebody could even argue that hey, 2 of their teams. But my number 1 is going to be Las Vegas.
I respect that.
My number 2 is going to be Arizona. I definitely think the injury to Kyler Murray, I don't see him coming back until about the trade deadline. Colt McCoy is not going to be able to, handle it. They didn't do anything to, like Arizona is absolutely going to be tank mode.
But they do have Zach Ertz, though.
Zach Ertz coming off of an ACL.
Same with Kyler Murray coming off ACL injury.
Just
Yeah, irrelevant.
irrelevant. But yeah, Cardinals is 2. Number 3, I'm going to go with Houston. I said it when I saw Ohio State playing. I think you were playing Oregon. CJ Stroud to me doesn't look like a, and I'm not talking about his play wise or anything like that. I saw it in the look in his eyes. He looked.
The important question is: has Ohio State ever produced an NFL
No.
Not really. But
Exactly.
no, again, CJ Stroud looked to me lost. He had a deer in headlights look during that game. I mean, yeah, they won, but CJ,
Just
Just,
hope he doesn't
you know,
end up
there's-
like Dwayne Haskins.
well, dude, we're already getting canceled. What the fuck's your problem?
No, I'm talking about bumps
I mean-
on his drafted team. I'm not talking about getting run over. Come on, man.
Oh,
I don't think that.
I mean, at least, we'll have him on that list.
At least.
But no, CJ Stroud to me is definitely a quarterback that's not going to win. You will be out of the league in 3 years.
He's
And
another
you
Dwayne
can vote me
Haskins.
on that. It's just no. The Bucks is my number 4. And it's basically the talent is there, but they're getting old. And then Baker, yeah, he revived his career a little bit in Los Angeles,
He's still a bust.
but he's still Baker. He's gonna, Mike Evans. I'm going to, go into bold prediction. Mike Evans is gonna have the worst year of his professional career because of Baker, or he'll be traded before the deadline.
I think Baker will be traded before the deadline, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And my 5th team is going to be the Rams.
And can I stop you for a minute?
Why?
Who owns the Rams' first round draft?
I don't even know. I think they actually have it this time.
So
Yeah.
you didn't pull
Let me
Michael
check.
Jordan and say fuck
Let me
it.
check.
But still, I say the Rams. Rams. I mean, technically, the record would be 5. I mean, they might not make that pick with the at 5, but they're going to be the ones that originally have it. Why? Because the Rams, they're not even in rebuild mode. They just, they're falling apart. They are paying now for that Super Bowl victory,
That is what happens.
and they'll
when
pay
you-
for the next couple of years.
Well, yeah, that is what
All right.
happens when you. That is what happens when you build that team to market for that stadium.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much it.
That's pretty
Yeah,
much it. As soon as they traded all that picks, as soon as they signed Matthew Stafford, they and got that Super Bowl. They got their money.
They ran. Yeah, basically,
they took the money and ran. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
right,
and the Rams, I don't see them trading their first round pick, so they still have it for this year.
I do also see with the Rams.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna go fire sale. They might go fire sale this year. Anywho, so let me fill in a little bit of time here. This is going to be a very hell of a season this year. As we have stated with our picks, this is going to be one hell of a season.
Oh,
And
we're not done.
We're
We're
not-
not done.
Well,
We-
to be fair, Ricky, you were on your phone, so I was just killing some time.
Oh no, I just had to, basically let my wonderful Sam know that, hey, we're still doing it. She's used to us doing an hour, instead of but I mean, this is the premiere episode. I mean, it's even 2. It's probably in 1. We still have to do that ball, baby.
Oh, that bold prediction, baby! That bold prediction!
Yes. All right. So basically, here's how we're going to do the bold predictions. We are going to each have 3, but we're going to do in order, kind of the same. You do 1, and then we're going to just wrap around a couple times.
All right.
Okay. So Cobra, give me a bold prediction
What, for the season or
for the season.
this
Yeah.
is the end for the end of the season?
No, just for the season overall.
right.
I mean, it could be, hey, somebody getting fired before the season ends. Basically, I want before the season ends, before the regular season ends. Give me a bold.
Bold prediction. Here we go. Staley, the Chargers.
Ooh.
So now, kind of to move forward with that, you're gonna say he's gonna get let go mid-season.
Yes.
How many other coaches do you see getting fired mid-season?
What did that act like? 3.
So it's gonna be 3 or 4 coaches getting fired
It's
mid-season.
going to be 4 total this season. And you're wondering which coaches?
Not even going to go ahead and I'm just going to say basically, you put the over under at 3 for coaches getting fired before season lets out. So that's your first bold.
That's 1.
Ben, give me your first bold. And trust me, I went bold, sir. You know how I like it. You know how I like it.
You like a nice voice.
Voice.
I mean, I really don't know if I have a bold. I'm bold. All right, so
So his
Let's
bold
go
is it's just going to be a vanilla season.
Bill Belichick gets fired halfway through the season.
That's not
Ooh.
bold.
I don't see that happening.
No, I
I don't
see-
see him getting fired.
I see him retiring.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be bully. Is that going to be your bold prediction, Billy?
No.
I mean, I do. I mean,
All right,
I mean-
Tyler.
Ooh, my
Prediction.
bold.
Just we're gonna
just
do
your first one, not
just your first
not
one,
three.
just one.
Ooh.
Because I want bold, bolder, and boldest.
The Texans won't win a single game.
The Texans,
Texans
go
will go
0-17.
James,
Woo!
you owe me a Coke Zero, baby.
Yo, these nuts.
Billy.
Billy, give me that bold.
Kirk Cousins gets traded to the fucking Houston Texans.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Kirk Cousins to the Texans.
Or just Kirk Cousins getting traded.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Honestly, that was like a bolder and a bold. So definitely, I am.
They don't deserve anything nice.
It's
Fair.
Houston. Nobody likes Houston.
All right. So me, I've already done my bold prediction.
Yeah.
My bold.
Yeah.
Regular bold. Is that the Buffalo Bills are not making the playoffs. I know Bleacher Report said that Buffalo is not making the playoffs, but yeah, me, Buffalo needs to do something in order to even make the playoffs, let alone win the division, win the Super Bowl, which, a bunch of Bills fans, me included, want the Bills to do, win the Super Bowl, because that's the goal every year for every team. And any team that, doesn't want their team to hoist the Lombardi trophy, I'm sorry,
You know, like,
man.
I would say you're not a true NFL fan.
I mean, you can temper expectations, like, if you're a Houston fan or a Raiders fan, you don't
Wait,
expect them to make
Wait,
the
does
playoffs.
Houston? Wait. Does Houston actually have fans?
I know at least one.
Well,
We
they
know,
were
we know
all.
at least one,
Well,
he wishes they
they're
were
all-
the Oilers.
and he wishes they were the Oilers.
They're like, remember how Elvis stole rock and roll and everything?
From Little Richard.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, remember Warren Moon? We remember. But no, but yeah, so
You remember Steve Tasker?
so anyway,
Yes, I know Steve Asher.
He was an
so
Oiler.
basically for this one, I want bolder.
Okay.
See how I'm doing this?
Older.
Bold, bolder, and boldest. So, Cobra, I want you to go one up on me. Give me a bold.
You want one bold?
I want bolder.
All right.
The Rock buys a team. No, just kidding.
Bold. My bolder prediction: Patrick Mahomes will not be in the MVP race.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Tyler? Oh, shit. I skipped Ben.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, Ben, I need bolder.
Bolder
want-
prediction?
I want the wonderful taste of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That kind of bold.
Right. Let's see.
He wants to be
Aaron
glazed
Rodgers
in it.
will win MVP for the Jets.
Who is?
Aaron Rodgers winning MVP for the Jets.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Nice. Tyler, now
I'm going this one. This is going to be a little biased. Daniel Jones having a breakout season.
Daniel Jones technically had a breakout season last year.
Daniel Jones, actually, or how about Daniel Jones leading the league in passing yards?
I said bolder, not bold S, sir. Thank you, but hey, you got to one up yourself. You're setting that bar.
If Daniel
Billy,
Jones-
Billy,
if
give
Daniel
me
Jones
bolder,
had-
man.
if Daniel Jones had like a breakout season, he has to run that Josh Heupel offense. But my bolder prediction, I will say this: if Josh Allen wins MVP,
That a bolder, sir. Step it up.
Okay.
Come on, bold.
all right, fine, bolder. There.
Bolder.
The Arizona Cardinals will only win one game.
Bolder.
Come on, man.
No, I'm
You-
just saying.
you can do
No,
that. Billy,
okay.
you
No,
can-
he said one game. Yeah. That kind of works. Okay. And I guess for me, my bolder prediction, all right, is that there will be 10 starting quarterback changes from week 1 in the league, including a franchise quarterback getting benched for someone else. I'm not
Ooh,
gonna say who.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's talking about Josh
I know.
Allen.
Nope.
No.
Who am I thinking?
Maybe not. Actually.
Who am I thinking?
I'll say it, Mac Jones.
I was gonna say, yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely see Mac Jones getting benched. All right.
I was
But-
thinking Kenny Pickett getting benched.
No.
Anything.
So yeah.
Dak
I kind of
Prescott? Dak Prescott?
Nope. That would
Please,
be-
thank God.
What do they
If-
have?
No. So one, I see Baker getting replaced.
That's yeah, I agree there.
Easy there. I see Minshew being the number one, the starting in in the Colts. I see Tannehill getting replaced.
Both of them being terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually going to be. In fact, they're going to carry all. Never mind. We're going to wait. And actually, fine. I'll start the boldest. That kind of piggybacking off of that. Start and keep Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis, and the other guy.
As a
Micah Wills.
as a 3 quarterback rotation.
No, they just will keep them all. I mean, to be fair, Will probably be cut and signed on the practice squad, but they're gonna bench Tannehill, even though yes, I was going kind of counterintuitive when I said the Titans are going to win the division, but again, this is why bold predictions kind of happen. It's just like hey, this is kind of bold-esque, so, hey, I got both ends covered. Hey, the Titans are going to do really great, or the Titans are going to suck dick. I'm just saying. I got both ends covered. But basically, here's my Titans suck dick, prediction here. That they bench Tannehill, they bring in Levis, and they decide, hey, we're going to bring in Willis. And
Willis,
Here's
and
the
they're going
thing.
to so
Here's the
Not,
thing.
not
Here's
even
the thing.
not even 7 and 9 Jeff Fisher suck.
okay, so Cobra, give me your boldest.
Boldest prediction is that in the Buffalo Bills Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles get spanked by Buffalo.
In your fucking wet dreams, Cobra.
Hey,
And then
he
he
wanted.
turns off the PlayStation.
I'm not saying 100-0. You know, as that stepfather punked his stepson in a game of Madden.
Oh God!
That was hilarious. But
Quit trying to get us canceled.
So let's get off that. So now my bold S is piggybacking off my there's going to be 4 coaches. There's going to be 3 coaches fired midseason. This is going to be the blackest of Mondays.
Oh, so you're saying a lot of coaches are getting fired?
A lot of coaches are getting
Okay.
fired. And the biggest one will be Robert Saleh.
Okay.
Robert Saleh, Bill Belichick, Ron Rivera, Mike
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin will not get fired. He will let his contract lapse because it's the stellar way.
Okay.
I can see Cleveland's coach getting fired.
I
Yes.
see. That's the
getting
Cleveland
fired.
way.
That's the Cleveland way.
Ben, boldest?
Or what were we doing?
The
Boldest.
of the best bold predictions.
Give me your super bold.
Boldest.
Give me your
moist
mo-
nugget. Of,
super flavor. Tasty. Yum, nom, 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 nom. Give me your bulletproof coffee.
Commander's actually doing well.
Prediction.
he's going commies.
No, he had Lions and Browns. But I mean, yeah, hey, it kind of covers the,
It's bad now.
yeah,
My
pretty much.
boldest prediction is Sam Howell's going to throw for 4,000 yards.
I thought you were going to say they were going to go back to their old name.
That's not so bold. I'm just-
That's lukewarm.
yeah.
You're gonna like mine.
All right, Charlie, give me your
let's
boldest.
go.
Give me your bold.
Sean McDermott is going to get fired, and Denver's going to trade Russell Wilson.
You're saying Sean McDermott's getting fired.
Okay.
Somebody's going to
Hey!
want Russell Wilson.
Nobody's going to want Russell Wilson after this season.
Texans.
That's why I say he's going to get traded or released. I think he'll be released. Actually,
Yeah,
Cut.
probably.
Cut.
Like they can. Yeah.
Broncos
So,
country. What's
so
that?
finally, Billy.
Jalen Hyatt will win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Ooh, I actually respect that one a lot.
It's all right.
All right.
Whatever.
He's
Alright.
one of the better wideouts. Come
Alright.
on.
But I mean, for MVP, or
Offensive
Offensive
Rookie of the Year.
that does
Like-
not go to a wide receiver
No, it's going,
ever.
and it's definitely not going to a quarterback.
But no, but it's a but I mean it's a it is his boldest, so definitely kudos. I love that bold. So basically,
And he fucking like torched Alabama secondary.
But that's Alabama, though.
I mean to
That's,
be fair,
that's Alabama. They don't turn their back on family.
but anyway, so
Touchdown.
everybody, that is our that is. That
episode
is
one and
our
episode two.
premiere episode, or even 2. Like I think we're this into a couple episodes here. So Ben, you got a lot of editing to do, sir. Or are you gonna just like let it go just like this?
I'm going to let it go just the way it is. Leave that flushing the fucking thing.
We're
So,
gonna get Ben. We're gonna get canceled if you don't fix some of the stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, please censor some of it if you can.
I don't know.
If you can't, please give that explicit warning, or
I know.
maybe insert a little warning, like warning.
I
This should not be listened to by those of a
Warning:
audience.
no adult content. Please be advised. Please be advised. Adult content.
It's gonna be
It's
like
already-
those.
Yeah,
Please
please
TV
ask your parents for being a Jets fan.
Ooh.
It's already.
Ooh.
It's already.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna go play Minecraft now. You guys have a good night.
All right. Thank you so much for listening in. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Cobra, for joining me for another year. Thank you, Billy, for coming on. Thank you, Tyler, for being here as a guest. Hopefully, we see both of you guys in more often.
You'll see me weekly.
we don't get canceled yet. But
If we get canceled, we got our other podcast. What
Yeah,
makes the world go round?
yeah, I mean,
That's a great name for a podcast. What makes the world go round?
There probably is already one. I'm
Most
like,
likely,
Aw.
yeah. Most likely.
Probably.
So anyway, Ricky.
again.
You guys have a
I
great night, gentlemen.
was gonna say, everybody have a great night, great week, and always
A good season.
And as always,
good
see you
season
next
to you,
time.
Good season to
See
you.
you in the next podcast. Bye bye.
Take care.
Don't get eliminated.
Good season, guys.